Evan, I'm so sorry to call you at this early hour. There was a terrible accident, a drunk car.
Well, good morning. I just arrived here at MacArthur Airport on Long Island for my next art show, which is this weekend all the way out at the east end of Long Island. I'm here for the Montauk Art Show on the Green, and this is probably, well, definitely my favorite art show of the whole year, despite being a little tiny show, and it's actually the show I get asked the most questions about here through my YouTube channel. I'm just going to put this down here and sort some stuff out while I wait for my Uber. In my last video, when I left Long Island to head back to South Florida, a lot of people asked me questions about like what I do with my van when I'm in between shows like this. So it's not that complicated. I either park my van at an airport when I'm flying home, or this time, since I was going to be gone for a whole month, I rented a parking space at a storage facility right down the block from the airport. It was a lot less expensive than parking at the airport for a whole month, but I think my Uber is pulling up, so let's go. Hi, Tumari, right? Yes, how are you? Very well, thank you. It's a storage facility. It's called Extra Space Storage. Have a great day. Thank you. Parking at a storage facility, in this case, was significantly less expensive than parking at the airport. For the month here, it cost me about $65 to park, plus the $16 Uber ride just down the street. A lot of times you can find deals and specials for storage facilities where you get your first month free, or your first month is only $1. And I've also another little cheat code for you for artist parking. I've heard from other artists that if you get your oil changed at Ford, like an actual Ford dealership, they'll hold your vehicle and store it for you until you pick it up. I've never done it myself, so that might be a good option for cheap parking too. And my van is still here, thank goodness. I also, man, it's freaking hot here in New York. I thought I was leaving the heat behind in Florida, but geez, man, it's almost 100 degrees here. So what a difference a day makes. When I got here on Wednesday, it was 100 degrees, as you saw, and then the very next day, it was 65 degrees. So a major change in weather out here, which is great for the art show. This show is actually the best when it's cool and cloudy, because Montauk is a beach town, and the show is only one block from the beach. But if it's cool and cloudy, the art show ends up getting really busy. Today is actually Saturday. This show runs Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Fridays at this show are usually a little bit low traffic and lower sales, but I had the best Friday sales that I have ever had at this show, by far. And I'm really relieved because I almost didn't do this show. Even though it's my favorite show of the year, next week I have to be in Denver for Cherry Creek, which I'm really excited about going to. And I have to drive all the way there from here in New York. So I was on the fence on whether I should do this show or whether I should give myself a little bit of extra time to drive out to Denver and be fully rested and prepared for Cherry Creek. But I decided I'll do Montauk, and I'm going to leave from here on Sunday night and just haul ass all the way out to Denver so I can be there on Thursday morning to set up. But already, even if the show ended now, I had a great show and still have the two best days of the show coming up, today on Saturday and then tomorrow Sunday. To help ensure that I have a great show here this weekend, I put a little bit of extra effort into my marketing. In addition to my mailing list, which I always do before shows, and my social media stuff, I put together another little video commercial to run on YouTube and Google TV in hopes that that would promote the show in general and also promote that I would be here. I did the same thing about a year and a half ago for the Las Olas Art Fair in Fort Lauderdale and had outstanding results from that. People actually came because they saw my commercial and bought big pieces from me. And I thought to myself, wow, I should do this for a lot more shows. And then I didn't do it again for like a year and a half until now. I'm Evan Reinheimer. I use a kite to lift my camera, capturing the world from a completely unique perspective. I'll be exhibiting along with dozens of my artist friends at the Montauk Art Show this weekend, June 27 through 29. I look forward to seeing you there. And already yesterday, someone came to the show and mentioned, oh, they used you in the commercial for this show. Did you know that? And whether they buy from me or they buy from someone else here really almost doesn't matter. I mean, of course I want them to buy from me, but I'm happy that it'll draw people to the art show. So a few minutes ago, this guy comes into my booth and he's like, you know, I gotta tell you something. I don't like to go anywhere. I don't like to do anything. I don't ever have any ideas to do anything, but I saw your commercial when I was watching TV and I said to my wife, we gotta go to that art show. And I wanted him to say this on video, but he didn't want to be on camera. And then like 5 minutes later, a guy came in and was like, oh, I saw your reel that you made on Instagram and that's why we came down. So artists, take note that your social media and these little things you do actually do bring people down to the show.
Evan, I'm so sorry to call you at this early hour. It's an extreme emergency.
Last night, a drunk driver has driven their car through the entire art show. A young lady came barreling down the road, went through the wooden guardrail that is around the circle, into the show, drove through the entire show, went over a huge tree stump, knocking down tents in its whole path, and then out the other side of the show, where the only thing that stopped it was the security guard's truck that was parked on the road. The security guards were sitting in their chairs. The guy hears something coming from behind them and they jump to the side and the car runs over the chair that the woman was sitting in. They narrowly escaped being killed, I'm sure. They had to be going like 100 miles an hour. You can see in the video that I got from the town webcam, they come flying down there, no brake lights, nothing, just go through the whole show. A lot of artists lost everything. Artists are small businesses, of course, but we are like micro small businesses, and a lot of artists, our entire inventory is in our tent for our show. A good friend of mine, another photographer, Jim Levison, was the final booth that the car hit, and after going through the entire show, through the guardrail, over the tree stump, still ruined his entire tent. Everything he had in his tent is destroyed. All his display material, all his art, every single piece destroyed. I was here super early when some of the artists whose tents had been destroyed were finally contacted and made it down here. There was a lot of crying and upset and just devastation here at the art show. I've been at shows where there have been like incidents here and there, but I've never seen anything like this. The Montauk Artists Association, who puts on the show here, has a few tents at the show where members of the Artists Association show a piece or two as part of the art show. It's one of the benefits they get from being a member of the Montauk Artists Association. Their tent was totally wiped out. The artwork in it was ruined. I helped the Montauk Artists Association set up a GoFundMe to help the artists who were affected by this accident recover some of their losses. It is still open for donations for a little while longer as of the posting of this video. You can find the donation link in the video description. I'll also put links to all of the artists who were affected in the description too if you want to support them directly. Unfortunately, most of the artists involved did not have insurance that would cover this incident, and the driver's insurance limit does not come close to covering the damages, which the police estimate to be over $150,000 in their initial report. This is also a good reminder of how important it is for artists to carry an insurance policy for their art shows. There are dedicated insurance agencies that cover art show artists specifically. I'll put a link to ACT Insurance. They're probably the most common insurance policy that artists use. Perhaps the greatest thing to come out of this tragedy has been the outpouring of help and support from within the art show community and beyond. The owner of the local dumpster company here in Montauk personally drove a dumpster down to the art show before it opened, and all of the artists helped clear the debris so the show could open as planned for Sunday. The Montauk Art Show is the very, very first art show that I ever did in my life, and it has sent me on a path in my life to this wonderful career that has taken me around the world time and time again, and I have a real love for this art show in particular. Well, this was definitely not the video I intended to make this week, but that's, I guess, just the way it goes in the exciting world of art festivals. Thank goodness no one was hurt. From here, as soon as I'm done packing up, I'm heading straight to Denver, Colorado, and I have to be there on Thursday morning to set up. And it's Sunday now, and that's 1,700 miles away, so I gotta really burn rubber out of here And of course, I'll have a video about that too, so please make sure you subscribe to me here. Honestly, I'm a little emotionally shook up more than I was this morning. I don't know what else to say. Thank you.